It's Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News at 4. Summit County is breaking its silence on recent federal staffing cuts and funding freezes.
The Forest Service that was already dramatically understaffed, in my opinion, they're now back to being 50% staffed of where they were even last summer.
That was County Commissioner Tamara Pogue. She and the rest of the board have sent a searing letter to U.S. Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins, who oversees the Forest Service.
In a community like ours where 80% of the land is federally owned, that is a real problem.
Pogue is most concerned about wildfire safety and local taxpayer money that's now hung up in these freezes.
I think on a lot of things, we are taking a sort of let's just let the dust settle and see what happens approach. But on this one, the impact is just so clear at this point that we feel compelled to speak out.
A 2018 voter-approved fund gives over $1 million annually to wildfire programs, but only federal agencies can do work on forest land. Another Forest Service partnership is also on hold, this one for housing above Dillon Valley. Commissioner Pogue again.
This is a middle-income rental project. Those type of housing projects are notoriously difficult to finance.
It was not just the housing. A Forest Service office there doubled in price to over $12 million. Pogue was the only commissioner who voted against putting this all on hold.
It is incumbent upon us as commissioners to continue to push to get these hurdles behind us because our community continues to need more housing.
For years, this was touted as the first of its kind, a federal-county partnership where public land was leased for housing. Tonight in Dillon is a special council meeting. The town reviews plans to package 6 downtown parcels for redevelopment, including Pug Ryan's and the nearby Payne building, plus the attached parking lots. Those lots are owned by the town. Detroit developer Jake Porritt is the leading candidate to rebuild on those sites. Tonight's special meeting starts at 7. Wildernest needs a backup water source. Buffalo Mountain Metro District has suffered at least one recent water main break. The water is flowing and it's reliable, but the district believes tapping into Silverthorne water could prevent an emergency in Wildernest. The town reviews this request tonight. It already has a similar agreement with Dillon. This week on the State of Summit, Summit School District is ready to swap 10 acres in North Breck for something it desperately needs.
So it's staff housing available to any staff member.
That was District Superintendent Dr. Tony Bird.
Of their 150 units in the Runway neighborhood, 35 will be set aside for Summit School District staff.
Staff and teacher housing was rolled into the district's failed bond question in November. Bird says this deal is almost better.
This is a nice thing for us in that we don't need to be developers. We're not doing anything on the construction front.
The town itself is paying $39 million to keep those for-sale units affordable, as low as $340,000.
The recruitment and retention of staff has become incredibly hard in this economy.
Those 10 acres were earmarked for a future school. Bird says this is a better use in the Breck area.
So I think it's a win-win for the town and for us.
The school board seems to agree. This has strong support heading into a vote next Thursday, which makes it official. Tune in again next week for the State of Summit on Krystal 93. In local entertainment news, the Eclipse Theater in Breck is the only local theater screening Oscar nominees right now. Feature and short films showing tonight and into the weekend at the Eclipse. Then see who wins at the Academy Awards on Sunday. In sports, the Avalanche play the Devils tonight at 7:30. And in local sports, tomorrow it's day 1 of the State High School Nordic Ski Championships in Steamboat. Summit skiers Ella Hagen and Carter Niemkiewicz are ranked first in the state. Bryce Opido is ranked third. Summit boys, they've been dominating the circuit all season. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.